Real Talk with Mo. Glad you could join me. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Also check out www.cblifestyleapparel.com, www.cblifeeveryday, and www.cblifewellness. We got everything here for you. CB is a lifestyle, counting billions, chasing blessings, counting billions. I want to get into something real quick. I seen a video, a young girl went to somewhere in Grand Rapids. They were talking about, I think it's, what she's talking about is the shooting of somebody from Congo that was shot by the police. It was like a scuffle. He tried to grab the taser from what the guy said, and he shot him in the back of the head. I'm not gonna talk about the incident, which I could get into that, but I'm just gonna talk about her and what I saw and what how I think this affects the country, affects people, affects the culture, affects a lot of things. So first of all, she's 13, right? A little girl. She had a bunch of people with her. They snapping their fingers when she's making a point and stuff. She's 13 years old. I'm just gonna guess, which I don't know. She said her mom dropped her off there, I think. But I'm just gonna guess that her dad's not home. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, put in the comments that I'm wrong about that. But I just think, her going out there, if that was my daughter and my daughter did think like that and she's wanting to go out there, I would probably be behind her. I don't know if he was or not. It was a little video, it was a short, it can't really sell. So I'm just gonna go off of that. That's just my thought about it. But what it leads to for me is, what it leads to is, we putting kids in a place for adults. And I get, kids can go and, speak up if they, if they get early in their age and they want to talk about stuff or they want to stand for certain things. I get all that. But her talking to the council, the way she was talking and how she was being, sarcastic and being a little snipey and a little this and that, she's getting that from somewhere. I'm totally against that, right? I'm totally against these kids. These kids getting out of control. Like, they talking to adults with all types of disrespect, right? They talking to grown-ups, people that are a little bit older than them. And really, half the time, these kids don't know shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. That's one of the biggest gripes I have is, we talking about these kids and they don't know shit. Because if I take you back to when you was a kid, you ain't know shit, right? I don't know shit. I didn't know shit, right? I admit that. I say this all the time on some of my videos. I think I said on another video that I don't think you should be able to vote till you like 30, right? I don't think you should be able to vote on shit for adult people till you 30. That's when you consider yourself an adult. Even if you ain't got no kids, you don't got to be married. But 30 is when you've been out in the real world long enough to where you know what the hell's going on and you know what's good. So that's one thing. Like, I'm not against. I'm totally against that. I would say vote at 30 because just her little snipey comments. If she went there and said a point or said a story or gave some type of factual evidence, then I would go for it. But you got a lot of people reposting her. You got, stars posting her. I seen Noriega. I seen a bunch of people, man, reposting her on Instagram. It's bullshit, bro. Like, she ain't saying nothing of context, right? We get moved by speeches, man. We let emotions move us instead of, using logic, especially on certain topics like this, right? Stuff that makes sense and then stuff that don't make sense. Because, she went off. She's telling them, they condone murder and this and that and all that. Bro, that's not how the country works. If the country was that easy, then just whatever people felt or however people were acting, shit would just be going, right? It doesn't work like that. We got laws. We got a certain way we handle things. And, to fix that, yeah, we could talk about that. But you trying to talk like if, you got the answer and nobody has the answer. Nobody ever talks about it and has an answer and gives us a breakdown of what should be done and how we're going to fix everything. And then when you say you're going to fix everything, is it going to fix everything, right? Nothing will. Right? That's not how the world works, man. You ain't going to get utopia. You're not going to get a perfect society. You're not going to get perfect people. We flawed. We were born like that. Whether you believe it or not, that's where we are, right? Even if you want to go by nature or if you just want to go by God, we are the way we are, and that's it. And I just feel like she just shows a sign of the disrespect that these kids have nowadays. And that's just what it goes on. I don't tolerate that in my house. Like I tell my son all the time, you will not disrespect people. You know what I mean? Even if they disrespect you, you need to be able to move away from it. Do not react with disrespect, because that's not how a man works, right? We don't work like that. As a kid, you did. I did that too, emotionally wise, right? Somebody would say something to me, and my emotion would take over, and I would attack, right? Or either way, words or physical violence, whatever it is. And you don't do that as an adult. You learn that when you get in your 30s, I think. You know, it's logic, right? You got to think about steps by step what logically is the right thing to do. And that's why I said I don't think you really are able to vote on stuff until you're 30. That's what I feel like. Because like I said, I listened to her. She didn't say anything that wasn't... She just said some very probably emotion-moving stuff, but it wasn't nothing of substance, right? It was just a kid berating some counselors, right? They didn't see the show who the counselors were, you know, telling them that they were part of this and what school they, you know, what kind of God they listen to and all this and all that. Bro, that shit be that shit is, you know, I want to say it's like, it's foolishness to me. And whether you like it or not, that's what it is, right? Because kids need to stay in kids' places, right? Adults are adults for a reason. Like we've grown through that. And if you think that you was a kid and you had the answers, then you a damn lie. Because as a kid, I definitely didn't have the answers. I was a dumb, silly, crazy motherfucker. So I know for sure. So that's what I want to, you know, get across is, you know, people applauding shit. I don't do that. I don't just latch on to shit because somebody says some shit. It's got to be some real moving shit, some logical shit, some real thinking shit. So check me out on the next one. I'm going to hit back.